The difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack in will. Vince Lombardi Jr. Hey guys, thank you for joining me this week. I'm super pumped to talk to you guys this week about perseverance. So, I had an experience here recently. I think we've all been through a lot in the last 2 years or however long since the pandemic started it's been. And I wanted to share a little bit, a piece of my journey in that. And really, I set out during the pandemic. Obviously, I took a big hit, my business did, because we're a small business and we're a new business, but we also work in the student housing sector. And as you all know, campuses were shut down. Students weren't living at properties, or they were, and school was closed. And it was just a crazy time in our industry as a whole. And so, I felt that pain and felt that hurt, and my business definitely took a hit. I was of the mindset going into the pandemic that it was super critical, important to me to keep my team intact and to keep them employed. And if I said it was stressful, that is an understatement, because it was super stressful. However, I set out to find my way, and how could I keep my business afloat and keep my teams employed and, really keep the balls rolling to survive that, because a lot of businesses didn't. And so I'm super grateful, thankful, and humble today to be able to say we survived it. It was not without its own obstacles and hurdles by any means of a stretch of imagination. And it was perseverance that kept us afloat. And I say that because I want to share with you my story, my SBA story. And it's super lengthy and super long and a really tall, great tale, but I'm going to shorten it up for you in a little bit here. And so I applied for PPP and we got approved, but not without weeks and weeks and months of trials and efforts and, utilizing the bank and not utilizing the bank. And thank goodness for QuickBooks, because we utilize that in our business. And my CFO had a little button pop up and it said PPP apply here. And so she went ahead and took care of that. And very swiftly it was taken care of, where when I had been working with my bank that we bank with, it wasn't a swift process. It was a very awful experience, to be quite honest. And so we did receive our PPP funds, and we were super thankful to receive those. And as you all know, things didn't clear up right away. And so you can only keep your business afloat for so long until you have to do something else. And so that started my journey with the SBA, to be honest with you. And so I started working on applying for a loan with the SBA. And that is not a project for the faint of heart, or for the weak, or for the ill, the person that doesn't have the determination to really do something. And so in applying with the SBA, there were so many hoops, hurdles, and things that I had to walk and do. But what I'm going to tell you is about my perseverance. And the perseverance is that this is no lie. You can ask any of my employees or friends or my family. I actually worked with the SBA, calling them every week for 15 months. 15 months. That's a long time, guys. 15 months of every single week. I can tell you what days to email them. I can tell you what days they don't talk to you on. I can tell you what days you're most likely to get what you need out of them. I have learned that system inside and out. And so it's comical in a way, because I'm so stubborn and determined that I was just determined to see it through. And I was talking to actually Crystal, who is on my team, and she's my CFO. We were both in Florida doing turn a few weeks back. And I said to her, I'm so thankful that I stayed determined to win and to really, get an answer and to succeed in my loan process with the SBA. And she said, girl, I had given up on that. I wrote it off. I said, we're never getting that money. It's not going to happen. And it happened, guys. It happened. And so, what I want to say to you guys today is that if you dream it, you can do it, but you have to persevere. You have to show up and show up for yourself. Everybody discounted my SBA journey. My spouse was just like, whatever, quit calling them. And I didn't. I knew that their system was broken. I knew that what we were trying to achieve was achievable, I knew that we would win. I didn't know when I would win, but I knew I would be successful in achieving that loan. And let me tell you, when I finally reached that achievement spot, I was so grateful. I came across a lady named Deborah, and she was an outsourced person that worked with the SBA in processing. She was contracted, and she could see, she was the first person that actually, and that was literally probably 13 months in, that I finally got a hold of Deborah, that she was able to say, okay, Monica, I see what's going on here. There's 2 accounts for some reason. Some stuff's in one. And, she was able to make sense of what happened and what was happening and where the roadblocks were. And she literally removed them for me. And within, I think, probably 10 days of my contact with Deborah, I was able to get my first piece of my loan processed and funded. And, I'm going to forever be grateful for Deborah. And I know her last name, but I don't want to broadcast it because she's a private individual and she just is contracted. I can't do anything to praise her any better, but I'm super thankful for her. And that wasn't the end of my SBA adventure by any means. I got approved for one loan amount, and then I got approved for a larger amount. And, of course, with the low interest rates from the SBA and being a business owner, I wanted to be able to have that cushion and to be able to help my business survive and to keep my team intact and to grow my business as our industry, the student housing sector, kind of woke back up and students went back to school and things like that. And I was able to do that because of the perseverance. And I was able to create those things and keep my team together because of my perseverance. And so just don't give up, guys. That's the message for today. Persevere, don't give up. And you can achieve and do whatever. And I say that to you guys a lot, but I wanted to share today that experience, because I don't know a lot of people that would spend 15 months of their life every week calling. Like you can't call on Mondays because they're getting over the weekend, and you can't call on Fridays because they're busy getting ready for the weekend. But your hit days are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And you can't just hit and send an email. You can't just wait. Don't just sit back and wait. Be proactive. I phone called them. I emailed them. At some point, if I had the time, would love to see how many emails I have going back and forth for that period of time to the SBA. That's all I have time for today. I appreciate you guys listening in. I hope you guys all have a great week, and I hope you all persevere. I'm going to leave you with this quote. Patience and perseverance have a magical effect before which difficulties disappear and obstacles vanish. John Quincy Adams. Hey guys, if you like this episode, please hit like and subscribe.